Setting up a website is pretty easy now, but I notice quite often that many people neglect these fundamentals for having a high conversion rate. If you want to convert a new traffic that you are bringing to your store, and it doesn't matter either it's from ads, influencers, you want to make sure that you implement these 9 e-commerce website optimization basics. So let's dive into that. First thing is adding reviews to your website. And maybe you've already heard about this point, how important the reviews are. But did you know that by adding those 5 stars under the product name, you are increasing tremendously your conversion rate? And that is simply because it incentivizes that feeling that this product, this brand is legit and people like it. Make sure that you add those 5 stars and make it clickable on top of that, so people can click on that, so they can also be sent to all the reviews. This might sound a small aspect, but believe me, by sharpening, by improving these small little things, you're gonna be able to increase your conversion rate. And that leads me to the second small little optimization, and that is making your call to action button bold and clear enough. What you want to avoid is having too many call to action buttons. When you're doing that, you're actually confusing your potential customer, the visitor, because even if they are interested, they do not know exactly where to click and where to move forward. So having one add to cart button, that will be enough. And make sure that the color is gonna be highlighted with one of your branded colors, so your visitors can see it right away and take action when they want to move forward. The next point is quite underestimating, but it's working very well, especially when you want to sell a specific product. So what you want to do is to use some stickers that emphasize specific products. Usually you will see these stickers that will sound like the bestseller, hot product, the founder's choice. And by adding these stickers, you are telling people that some specific products, they are more popular than other ones. And subconsciously, we human beings want products, things that other people want or already have it. By adding this popularity effect, you are helping people see that this product is in demand, and if they do not take action, then there are chances that they will miss it out. The fourth point is adding trust factors. And I'm not talking only about those trust badges that every single customer knows. I'm talking also about the magazines maybe that you were featured in, magazines that people know. Make sure you add that on the product page or on the images itself as a sticker. Having icons with most known payment methods is a must, and actually it positions your brand as a legit website who actually cares about their customers and who is not a scam. If you haven't been featured in magazines, at least add some icons from established brands and borrow their credibility and their trust, such as payment methods like I mentioned before, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, American Express, and other ones. Point number 5 is adding a chat, especially when you are bringing a lot of traffic to your website. Now this might sound quite intuitive and everyone knows about that, but many people, they are still neglecting this point. I notice with my clients that we get one message at least every single day, considering that we bring around 200 to 500 people on the website. And guess what? A person who asks you on the chat, they are really interested in your products, and you can convert them just by answering a few questions. Make sure that from now on you have in place a chat to communicate with your potential customers. If we go to the next point, this is something that not many brands are using, and this is simply because they are not aware of this. But by implementing this point, you are going to see a tremendous increase in sales. And that is avoid too many words and replace them with images, signs, symbols, icons. When you have too much text on your website, people usually do not read it because now we have a shorter and a shorter attention span. Now, that doesn't mean that you want to ignore completely your copy, because that is still important. But what I'm saying is that when you observe that, it looks too much text, when you replace them with some kind of images, videos, icons that will help people to understand more about your product. If you want, for example, to educate your customer, if you have a more complex product, you might have some of like icons or bullet points that help people to go through the whole implementation of that specific product. Usually when you're at the bottom of a page, what you can see is maybe subscribing for an email list or reviews, but what many brands are missing is a call to action. This is actually a waste of money, because when people go on your website and they are scrolling through your product page, you are educating them there, and then at the bottom you don't have any call to actions. Usually the person is thinking like, this is cool, but I do not have any urgency here. By adding a call to action, you are telling them exactly what they should do next. And on the other hand, I found that without a call to action, I look literally at what people are doing on the website, and they are just leaving the moment when they are at the bottom of a page. The reason behind that is pretty simple. They do not know what they should do next, even though in their mind this product makes sense and it might help them in some kind of shape or form. It might sound ridiculous or intuitive that, you know, people need to go and purchase if they like it, but no, you have to tell them what they should do next. The 8th point is something that you want to avoid. Do not waste too much space on your website, especially if you're using some kind of themes. And on a desktop, usually you'll observe that you have too much space that you are wasting. That simply doesn't look professional, and it kills the customer experience. Even though if you are getting more traffic from mobile, you want to make sure that your website on desktop is nailed perfectly as well. Number 9 is double check the speed of your website. You want to work on your speed to have around 3 to 4 seconds. Why is this so important? Well, there are multiple reasons for this. First of all, if a new visitor is going to your website and she needs to wait like 5-10 seconds until the website is loaded, they will simply leave your website, because nowadays we are very impatient, and that will ultimately kill the conversion rate. And the second thing I want to emphasize here is that when you're running, let's say, ads on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that doesn't matter. If your website is loading too slowly, then that will affect the performance of your ads. Because when a person clicks on your ad and they do not land on your website because of a slow speed of your website, that will be seen from the platform that you're running as a bad ad, because the bounce rate is too high, meaning people are leaving your website right away. In the eyes of, for example, Facebook machine, it's gonna be seen as a bad ad, because they will think that the user doesn't like your ad, your website, and it just kills the user experience. What I recommend now is implementing these small little things, yet super powerful, and you are going to observe how the results will improve instantly. Now, if you're an e-commerce owner and you are looking for a polished digital marketer like me to help you bring more customers and more traffic to your website, make sure to follow the link below and book a 30-minute call with me. What are you gonna get from this? Well, I'm gonna give you some strategies in those 30 minutes, and it's gonna be up to you. Either you want to work with us or you want to implement the strategies on your own. So take advantage of this by scheduling your call now. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you in my next one.